What if I told you that the reason you can't find peace has nothing to do with your circumstances, but everything to do with what you're refusing to let go of? Think about it. How many nights have you lost sleep because of someone who barely thinks about you? How much energy have you spent trying to hold together something that was already falling apart? A dream, a memory, a version of yourself that no longer exists. You see, most people believe their suffering comes from what happened to them. But that's not entirely true, because suffering is rarely caused by the event itself. It is caused by attachment, the attachment to what could have been, the attachment to things we were never meant to control. In today's teaching, we're going to explore a lesson that transformed the lives of some of history's wisest minds. A lesson taught by Stoic philosophers thousands of years ago, yet more relevant today than ever before. So, if you've been carrying invisible burdens nobody sees, if you've been searching for a way to finally quiet the noise inside your mind, this video is for you. But before we move on, please subscribe to this channel, like and share this video. The first step to a peaceful mind is to understand the hidden cost of attachment. In a world where validation is a lifestyle, most people never truly realize how much attachment costs them. They think attachment is love. They think attachment is loyalty. They think attachment is commitment. But attachment often becomes a prison disguised as devotion. A person becomes attached to a relationship and loses their identity. A person becomes attached to approval and loses their authenticity. A person becomes attached to the past and loses their future. The attachment itself slowly becomes heavier than the thing being held onto. Many people are carrying emotional backpacks filled with stones. A betrayal from years ago, a painful childhood memory, a dream that never came true, a mistake they cannot forgive themselves for. Every day they add new stones. Every day they become more exhausted, and every day they wonder why peace feels so far away. But here's the truth. You are not suffering because life is heavy. You are suffering because you refuse to put down what no longer belongs to you. Free your mind today. Free yourself from the chain of attachments and be peaceful inside. 2. Detach from people's opinions. Human beings naturally desire acceptance. But when acceptance becomes a necessity rather than a preference, peace disappears. Many people live as prisoners of public opinion. They speak carefully, act carefully, dress carefully, think carefully, not because they are expressing themselves, but because they are trying to avoid criticism. Their entire life becomes a performance. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius understood the danger of this. As Emperor of Rome, he was admired by many and criticized by many. No matter what he did, someone disapproved. And he realized a powerful truth. You can spend your entire life trying to satisfy everyone and still fail. There will always be critics. There will always be misunderstandings. There will always be people who dislike you for reasons that have nothing to do with you. Why surrender your peace to people whose opinions change with the wind? The approval of others is unstable. Character is stable. Build your life on character, not applause. Because when applause fades, character remains. Step 3. Release the past. Many people are haunted by ghosts, not supernatural ghosts, psychological ghosts, old mistakes, old regrets, old failures. The event ended years ago, yet they continue reliving it every day. Imagine watching the same painful movie every night for 10 years. How could you ever heal? Yet this is exactly what many people do mentally. They replay the same memories, the same conversations, the same heartbreaks, the same disappointments, again and again. The Stoics understood that the past cannot be changed, not by guilt, not by anger, not by regret. The only thing the past can offer is wisdom. Its purpose is to teach, not to imprison. Every mistake contains a lesson. Every failure contains knowledge. Every hardship contains growth. Take the lesson. Leave the suffering behind. A wise person visits the past as a teacher. A foolish person lives there as a prisoner. Step 4. Learn to walk away. One of the hardest skills in life is knowing when to walk away. Walk away from toxic relationships. Walk away from endless arguments. Walk away from environments that poison your spirit. Walk away from situations that continually destroy your peace. Many people stay too long because they confuse endurance with wisdom. But not every battle deserves your energy. Not every argument deserves your response. Not every person deserves unlimited access to your life. Imagine holding a rope in a game of tug-of-war. The other person keeps pulling. You keep pulling. Both of you become exhausted. Then suddenly you let go. The struggle ends immediately. Sometimes peace is not found by winning, it is found by releasing. Not everything requires your participation. Some situations improve the moment you stop engaging with them. Step 5. Master emotional detachment. Stoicism does not teach emotional suppression. It teaches emotional mastery. There is a difference. Suppression buries emotions. Mastery understands them. Imagine the sky. Storms pass through it. Clouds pass through it. Rain passes through it. Yet the sky remains unchanged. Your mind can become like that sky. Thoughts come and go. Fear comes and goes. Anger comes and goes. Sadness comes and goes. But your deeper self remains untouched. Most people become whatever emotion they feel. A moment of anger becomes a day of anger. A day becomes a week. A week becomes a habit. The Stoics trained themselves to observe emotions without becoming enslaved by them. That skill alone can transform a person's life. Remember, when you master this art, people may leave, but you remain whole. Circumstances may change, but you remain steady. Success may come and go, but you remain grounded. Life may become difficult, but you remain at peace, because your peace no longer depends on what happens around you. It depends on what happens within you, and that is a freedom no one can take away.